Community Foundation of the Gunnison Valley has so many things to offer, and one of the neatest programs they have is what is called STEP, and it stands for Sustainable, Tough, Efficient, and Purposeful, something all nonprofits need to be, and it's an incredible advising program. So today we're going to chat with Terry and Lana about all things STEP. So first, let's do some introductions. Just tell us who you are and the organization you represent.
Yeah, I'm Lana Athey, and I'm with the Gunnison Hinsdale Early Childhood Council. We're housed under Gunnison County Health and Human Services. I'm the co-coordinator of the council.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you, sir.
Hi, Anthony and everybody. I'm Terry Schlesman. I teach communication arts up at Western. I also do some facilitation on the side in the school districts and help with nonprofits through STEP.
Okay. Now that we know a little bit about each of you guys, why don't we talk a little bit more about what STEP is and why you became involved with the program?
Sure. Having been involved in nonprofits here, it's important for a balance of life. But I did get to a point, Anthony, where being active in any one, I just didn't have it in my schedule. And this was a good option for me as far as giving back to the Valley, but not in such a committed way, as if I was on a board or something like that. So I stay in touch with the nonprofits, and I'm able, I think, hopefully to help them out with some of the things I've experienced.
Yeah, and that's great. It's one of the things you get to do there too is you get to kind of focus in on maybe what your sweet spot of expertise is versus sitting on a board and doing all things board of directors. Thank you for the background there. So what did you find beneficial in the STEP program?
We liked having Terry there because he was kind of an outside lens to the issue that we were kind of trying to solve, which was engaging more community members to be interested in and talk about early childhood issues going on in the community and ways that we can develop a plan moving forward to support our early childhood system better in Gunnison County. So it was really helpful to have his lens and his perspective, and he teaches communications, so he was great at giving us different tactics to engage the community better and have them come forward to have this discussion.
So I'm hearing a little bit about messaging, but also the actual tactical sort of implementation of how to go about doing those things as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And so what's come out of that? What's the traction you've seen within the community?
We've definitely had more engagement, I felt like, from some of our community leaders on issues around early childhood, and then also just in our way that we communicate now to the community. We're pushing out in all different avenues. We're doing a lot of in-person meetings with people, trying to engage them, but also through social media and other avenues that we hadn't really used to their full potential before, connecting with Terry and kind of getting his input.
Great.
Yeah.
So free resources, good. Any other advice?
No, it was, it's really, we didn't practice this ahead of time. It was wonderful to be a part of an organization I knew little about. So the STEP advisors don't have to have any content knowledge. Like I know nothing about early childhood other than the kids I raised, but did have a certain, I had something to say about engaging audiences and what your objectives were as your organization. And I think it was just going through that discussion at the table with your leaders and some of the folks that wanted to help but didn't know how. And so all of that just came together within about a 3-month window, as I recall. And I think the STEP advisors are good at getting organizations over a bump. That's really where we're at. We're not going to be a long-term employee, and we're not going to change the organization overnight, but maybe just work through a certain hiccup in the process or just an outside view that makes the entire perspective complete or more complete.
Very well said. He's good at that communication stuff. Yeah.
I'll have to try that out someday.
Well, thank you very much both for your time, and we appreciate that. And for those of you out there interested in the STEP program, you can find more information at cfgv.org.